Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrew. Today, I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review for A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is the first book in an adult fantasy romance series. I feel like if you've spent any time on Book Talk, TikTok, YouTube, BookTube, anywhere, you're probably familiar with this particular series, if not all of her series. Sarah J. Maas is an incredibly popular author. This is the only book I've read by her. I have read the last sentence of the second book in the Crescent City series, so I know things are coming. So I'm eager to continue and read all her other work. I don't know if I want to read what I'll read after this. I definitely want to finish this trilogy and then figure out what I'm doing. But as far as my thoughts on this first book, if you don't know, somehow we're following Feyre. She lives in like this little village and it borders the fairy realms. And there's all these myths and legends like behind the fairies and all this like nefarious stuff about them, and you're not supposed to go talk to them, or you're not supposed to be around them. And she kind of hates fairies. And then she kind of gets this opportunity to go to fairy, and that's kind of where the plot kicks off, I feel like, for this book. I feel like there was a lot of, you just always hear that Sarah J. Maas likes her alpha male tropes, and I feel like that was evident even from this book. I was kind of feeling this was like a 3-star read for me all the way up until the end. We got to the end and we got to like the action and everything, and a villain was introduced. I found the dynamics of the story much more interesting, and because of the introduction of another person at the end of the story, I'm much more intrigued to continue the series. I've heard Sarah J. Maas just loves to twist your opinions on people as she continues her series, and that's something that I kind of like to see play out. I feel like, you know, people that you hate at the beginning, you love by the end, or vice versa. I feel like I've heard that is a talent of hers. So I definitely want to continue the series, and then once I get to A Court of Wings and Ruin, I'll have to see what I want to do. But I, as of right now, just want to read this trilogy. I'm probably not going to read A Court of Silver Flames until, I don't know, I finish all her other stuff. It's all over the place. But as far as this book is concerned, I mean, I didn't really feel like Feyre was a super intriguing character. I feel like Tamlin was kind of boring. I mean, he was very alpha male, which I feel like we see all the time. So I don't know. But I feel like, I don't want to say this is like a weak book. I've definitely enjoyed this more than some other stuff I've read this year. So don't get me wrong, this was like a 4-star read. But from this book alone, I don't really understand the mass hysteria around Sarah J. Maas, or Moss, however you say it. But I still feel like you have to continue a series to really understand why things get to the level they get to and stuff. And I love series, like, so I just felt like the ending of the book was way stronger than the first like 2/3 of the book, because there's a lot of dynamics with like her sister that also come into play at the end, and like I said, the villain, and just the second, like everything in the last third of the book was so much more interesting until like once we got there. Like I kind of wish that the first half had been more interesting characters, and then the second half had been more of what happened in the last third. I feel like that would have been a better pace for the story, kind of, but that's just me in my opinion. So without saying what really happens, I will say like the main couple from book 1, I do enjoy them. I'm not like obsessed with them. I feel like they make sense for the story. Like I feel like it makes sense for what's happened in book 1. So yeah, also if you don't know, this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling in a way. So if you're into that, then you will probably be into this, I would think. If you are really, really into like that trope, like just that trope, then yes. So I gave this 4 out of 5 stars, and I will continue, like I said, for sure the series, if nothing else, by Sarah J. Maas. I will at least finish this trilogy and then decide what I should do. Feel free to leave me a comment telling me what series you think I should read next, or which book in the series is your favorite, or any of your thoughts on Sarah J. Maas in general. I'd love to hear it. And I will also leave my Instagram, Goodreads, and Twitter in the description for you to check out if you would like. Otherwise, have a great day. Bye.